Hey, welcome to Scanner School. This is session number 100. We did it, 100 episodes of Scanner School. So my name is Phil Lichtenberger, and for the last 100 weeks, this podcast has been here to teach you everything that you need to know about the scanner radio hobby. And I think we did that. And I think we're going to continue to do that too. So this isn't the end of the podcast. I know a lot of podcasts kind of take a break at 100, but we're not. We're going forward. We're going to be here next week and for the foreseeable future as well. So before I get started, I want to just remind everybody that I'm looking to get 100 reviews in iTunes, 100 5-star reviews in iTunes by the end of the year. So we're coming very closely on that goal. And I want to thank those who have been submitting your reviews in iTunes. I do see them. I do get a update that reviews are coming in. And I'm asking you that if you do submit a review, that you do take a picture of it and you either email it to me, phil@scannerschool.com, or you send me a DM on Instagram, again, at Scannerschool. And I'm asking for that because I want to give you a special thanks for taking the time to review it. So what's going to happen is anybody who either emails me or sends me a DM on Instagram with a screenshot of their review, then I'll put your name in a hat and we'll pull out a winner for a free tutoring session. Now, again, my consulting calls are now called tutoring sessions. So that's what it is. Trying to keep with the school theme here. So again, free tutoring will be available for a lucky winner who submits a review. And again, this is open to anybody who wants to review. Doesn't need to be in the US iTunes store. And in fact, doesn't even need to be on iTunes. If you are listening on Stitcher or iHeartRadio or any other platform that we are on, I think we're on radio.com now, and you can listen to us using your Alexa and whatever else. Just leave me a review and shoot me a screenshot, and I'll put you in the running for that. So again, we're at session 100. This is a special episode. No intro, no bumper, no nothing. We're just going right into the podcast. And I want to remind you, this podcast is definitely here for you guys. You are the reason why I do this. Because I want to make sure that nobody's left behind in the scanner radio hobby. I know that those of you who are just getting started, that have been outside the hobby for a while and who are just coming back and can't really understand the new radios like the SDS 100 and 200 and overwhelmed by the Uniden Sentinel programming and the Home Patrol platform, or for somebody who's coming in for the first time and can't figure out what simulcast is, they bought this new P25 radio and can't figure out why they can't hear anything, even though they think they should be able to. For somebody who's just getting started into SDR, and again, I'll be bringing back my SDR class. I promise you it's coming at the beginning of the year, hopefully. That's a great promise. I promise, hopefully. That's my goal, is to bring that training back into a full environment, meaning on demand, where you can just come along and purchase it and watch it at any time. So that's definitely on the roadmap. But again, this is all here for you guys. So if there's something that I'm not touching base on, something I'm going through very quickly, something I'm just not tying up properly at the end of a podcast, call me out on it. Let me know. Shoot me an email. Again, this is here for you. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the full quality content that you expect. Now, again, if you do have extra questions, again, I do have an outlet for that. It's called Ask Scanner School, where you can ask me your questions, and we're doing very well on that. But we'll talk about that in just one second here. And I have something very exciting that I want to release and announce today. I mean, some of you have already noticed it. So for those of you who have been on the website and have seen this already, congratulations. You have a sneak peek that I wasn't really going to share with anybody. But for those of you who are interested in what I've got up my sleeve, just hold on one second. I want to go through what the last 100 episodes have meant, where we've gone, where we're going, and then we'll talk about what is new with Scanner School with session number 100. So again, session 100 means we are just shy of the 2-year mark. So January 2nd or 3rd, I believe, is when I released this last year, and we released it with episodes 1 and 2. And this has been something that, putting this podcast together, was something I wanted to do for a while. I love teaching people about the scanner radio hobby. I've been doing it here locally. I've been teaching at Ham Radio University, giving a forum. And for anybody who is interested in that, I am doing that again this year. I was invited back, so there will be a scanner radio forum at HRU, and I'll talk about that later, I guess, in a blog post, but I'll just talk about it right now. So Ham Radio University is a yearly forum held right here on Long Island. It's basically geared towards the amateur radio hobby, but there are some things off to the side, such as solar power or making connectors on coax, and scanning, to name one. So it's really based around the scanner radio hobby, but it's not entirely based for the scanner radio hobbyist. So if you're on the Long Island area on the first Saturday of January, I don't have the exact date in front of me, but information will be forthcoming on our social media platforms and also via the email newsletter. So if you're not a part of that, please make sure you subscribe to there as well. And what I'm going to try and do this year, I have been asked if there'll be, if I'll be there. I will be there. So if anybody wants to do a meet and greet, or maybe we'll do a live Ask Scanner School afterwards, we will grab a table in the cafeteria area. I'll grab a couple microphones, and maybe we'll do a live Ask Scanner School right then and there. I mean, that might be pretty cool to do as well. So again, like I said, this podcast has been something I've been wanting to do. I'm so happy that you guys are still listening to it, and that I'm able to bring you the content that you're looking for. And if I'm not, again, call me out, let me know, again, because this podcast is definitely here for you. So one of the things I want to do is I want to thank all the past guests that have been on through the last 100 episodes. I know I started off kind of rough and nervous and a little bit of all that, but I think as time goes, I'm getting a little more comfortable behind the microphone. I am aware that I am speaking very fast right now, and I try very hard not to do so, but it is something that I'm working on. So again, that's something I definitely see I have room for improvement on that one. But for those of you too that have emailed me, sent me messages on social media, I may not be able to reply to them all, but I do definitely read everything that comes into me. I definitely read all of your feedback. I want to thank all of you for your suggestions. I have definitely listened to the suggestions. There were quite a few of them that came in when I made a couple changes, and they kind of modified those changes, and hopefully I've made everybody happy with that one. And this is, again, like I said, I keep saying it, I keep repeating it, but this is here for you guys, right? I'm just the guy behind the microphone, but this podcast is here to give you guys not only an education in scanning, but to kind of bring the community together, which again, we're going to talk about that in a second. We've done 14 sessions so far of Ask Scanner School, which is amazing. This isn't something I started right off the bat. This was something I started late last year, and I'm very happy to see that the questions keep coming in. So again, keep submitting your questions at scannerschool.com/ask. You have until the 20th of the month to submit your questions. That's the deadline going forward, because now everything is being submitted to a podcast editor. I'm no longer editing these podcasts myself, so I need to give them time. I need to give myself time to answer the questions and then submit it to them in order to edit it and then back into publication. So the 20th is the drop dead date for your questions. I was going to make it the 15th, but I think we could make do with the 20th. So again, if you have any questions, please submit them ASAP. You could do so if you're listening right now on your mobile device. Just take out your mobile device and go into the session notes. I think you could just scroll up if you're listening with iTunes. It'll bring up the window for the session notes, and you should see the link right in there to ask a question. Again, scannerschool.com/ask. We've also been doing some live Q&A sessions, which have been a big hit. We've been having those on YouTube and Facebook. Still can't bridge the gap between the two platforms together for some reason. The platform I'm paying for to be able to do that, it has yet to work properly for me. So we are working on that. Maybe we'll change that up, but we're also looking at modifying times too. So if you have an idea for a time that might work better for you, I think the Saturday mornings aren't really working out well for a lot of people. We have about a dozen people who show up per session. I want to even get more people to participate. So I'm thinking about moving this now to a Tuesday evening, not to interfere with what the Scanner Master does with the Scanner guys. They do theirs on Wednesday evenings. Looking at their numbers, I think that they have a great time slot. So maybe I'll make that for a Tuesday evening and let these guys continue with the Wednesday. I'm already tied up for Thursday. So Tuesday seems to be a good opportunity for me to be able to do that. And I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the feedback. Shoot me a tweet or a DM on Facebook or Instagram, or just shoot me an email. Let me know if that will work for you guys. So some of the things that have changed since 100 episodes ago was this was usually just me behind a microphone, and I would do all the editing, the podcast, publishing, and whatnot. It would cost me about $20 a month just to get the hosting, and now we're spending about $600 a month to get the podcast out to you guys. So yeah, things have definitely increased in costs, but that's as the podcast grows, things happen, and I'm thankful for all those who are helping me out by offsetting the cost. Now, again, I'm not looking to break even or get rich off of this, but for those of you who go to scannerschool.com/support and are using our Amazon links to buy whatever it is you buy from Amazon. So with the holidays rolling around, it's a great opportunity to help support Scanner School at no additional cost. All you got to do is go to scannerschool.com/support, click on our Amazon banner, and do your holiday shopping. And we will get a small cut of everything that you buy. which is really, really cool. So that will help us out greatly. So again, if you're listening to this and it's beyond Black Friday and you're in the holiday shopping mood or mode, I don't think I'm ever in the mood to do holiday shopping unless it's for myself, I think. But no, that's a lie. My wife handles all the holiday shopping, so I don't have to get in the mood or the mode for that. But anyway, you can easily do that by just going to scannerschool.com/support and then clicking on the links. Now, again, too, for those of you who have gone and purchased Butel software from us, we do get an alert every time somebody makes a purchase, which is really cool. So I want to thank everybody who is buying the software and using Butel. And for those of you who are buying on ScannerMaster, I really recommend ScannerMaster. They're a great company to shop from. They can handle scanner programming. They can answer all your questions. And again, you can find a link to them at scannerschool.com/support. But most importantly, I want to thank all of those who support us month over month. For those of you who are supporting us on Patreon, my hats are off. My hat is off to you guys. I can't thank you guys enough for being there and supporting us week over week. I understand everybody can support us on a month-to-month basis. Not everybody can help support us monthly. I understand that. We do have ways to, again, support us, one-time donation, or you could just jump on Patreon, throw us a support, and then just cancel your membership right away, too. That's another great way to do so. So just to let you guys know where we're at, we are at 20 Patreon supporters as of right now, which is unbelievable. I want to thank everybody who is out there supporting us right now. And I'm going to give you guys a shout out right now for everybody who is supporting us. So instead of waiting till the very, very end, I would like to thank you all right now. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Scanner School is sponsored by EastCoastPagers.com. Now, East Coast Pagers is one of my online companies, and I want to tell you about the end-of-year promotions running right now on East Coast Pagers on Unication products. Now, if you buy 10 G1 pagers, you will get one free. So that's 11 for the price of 10. Now, you can mix and match colors and band splits. So if you're in the process of phasing things out, you will go from low band to UHF. You want one low band and a couple UHF channels or a couple of UHF pagers. Boom. This is a great way to get it. Now, the G4s and G5 pagers are $100 off of MSRP. So that drops the G4 down to $545 and it drops the G5 down to $645. Now, these prices here, they include shipping. Okay, I don't charge anything extra for shipping. Now, the final promotion, if you buy 10 pagers, you get the 5-year extended warranty included. Pagers normally ship with a 2-year warranty. This is a great, easy, and free way to get the 5-year warranty. Now, I had to put my order in of 10 pagers. So if, a little secret between me and you, if a couple of us pull pagers together and I put them all in as one order, we can all get the 5-year warranty. Don't tell anybody. These promos expire December 15th, 2019. So contact me right now, phil@eastcoastpagers.com, or go to eastcoastpagers.com, browse through our catalog, and we'll click on the contact button to reach out directly to me. Again, that's phil@eastcoastpagers.com. Again, eastcoastpagers.com. And now for the conclusion of this week's podcast. So I'd like to thank all those who are supporting us right now. So I want to thank Dan, Glenn Bryden, James Felling, MT Bono, Raymond Hill, Todd Glendy, Craig Harper, Guy Lee, Urban Thibodeau, Jeff Block, John Goldenberg, Ken Newberry, Kenneth Fowler, Ronnie Bach, Sal Marandola, Scott Vorder, Signals Everywhere, and William Arcan. I want to thank each of you for supporting us every single month, and there are additional benefits for those of you who are supporting us via Patreon. If you want to take a look at that, scannerschool.com/Patreon. So let's talk about where we are as far as stats goes and what the last 100 episodes have meant to Scanner School as far as numbers go. So as of this date right now, this is mid-November, we have 74,943 unique downloads. So that's a pretty impressive number, 74,943 unique downloads. Our highest number so far, episode number, has been the episode with Signals Everywhere. I would love to thank you, Harold Corrosive. Thank you so much for being on Scanner School. We are looking at almost 3,000 downloads just in that one episode alone. If you want to take a listen to that one, that's session number 70, scannerschool.com/session70. And I want to thank all those and welcome all those who are part of the Signals Everywhere tribe who came over to listen to the podcast. I know Carosa did a very, very good job at promoting this podcast to his audience. And I want to thank everybody who stuck around and continues to listen from Signals Everywhere. As far as countries go, we have been downloaded in 115 countries. The top 25 are, and it's no shock, number one is the United States, based on where I am based out of. Really cool to see my home area is just, New York State, where I live, it's got a lot of people, but it's got the highest downloads. And I'm not surprised because I have a pretty big audience on my other websites, so that definitely helps. But United States, number one, the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Germany, the Netherlands, Europe, Switzerland, Norway, France, Sweden, Afghanistan, the Russian Federation, Japan, Ireland, Finland, Spain, Latvia, the Republic of Korea, South Africa, Denmark, Singapore, Italy, and India wrap up the top 25 countries that have downloaded the podcast in the last 99 episodes. So that's really cool. Again, I want to thank all those who are overseas, outside of the United States, who listen, and those of you who are overseas and support us. I know I just recently got a support from somebody over in Australia, and it's just really cool to make contact and talk to you guys that are outside the United States. So if you're outside the U.S. and you're listening to the podcast, let me know. It's really cool to know about that. So let's talk about what is coming up here. Now we're at the 15-minute mark or so. What's new with Scanner School? What is coming up with Scanner School 100? And what's the big announcement? Well, the big announcement is I am launching a brand new community just for you guys, and it's going to be called scannerschool.club. Now, scannerschool.club is keeping with the school theme, right? So think about it as the after-school club, or just the club of guys that like to talk about scanner radio. So how can you access this? It's going to be on the website, scannerschool.com, or look for the link at the top, or just go right to scannerschool.club. It's the Scanner School Club. So how can you access it? Well, there'll be a registration bar on the right-hand side of scannerschool.club. But for those of you who have been at scannerschool.com and have noticed the new black bar at the top of the screen and have registered using that, yes, that's also how you can register. So what can you expect from the brand new scannerschool.club? Well, first of all, there's going to be a members area that's going to be very familiar to those of you who are on Facebook. You'll be able to put a header image. You'll be able to put a profile picture. You'll be able to put a small bio. You'll be able to participate in conversations, direct message other users, upload photos. You'll even be able to put a photo gallery of your station or the radios that you're using, and you'll be able to make a signature like you can do in standard website forums. So my Patreon-only supporters will also have their own private part of the group. So you guys who are on Patreon, who are supporting me, you'll have your own area as well, just for you guys. So will this be a replacement to Facebook and the Facebook groups? Absolutely not. There are plenty of people out there who have contacted me to say that they would love to join the Facebook community and network with the rest of you, but they don't Facebook. They think that Facebook is too far-reaching. They don't like them looking at their data. And you have to remember, though, when you use Facebook, you are the customer, right? So they're gathering all this information on you, and a lot of people just aren't comfortable with that. And I understand that. So for those of you who don't feel comfortable on Facebook, that don't want to use Facebook, but still would like to network with your fellow Scanner School listeners and the community, this is why I am putting out Scanner School Club. It's just not part of Facebook, so you have a little bit more control over what you share. And, it's my website, so I'm not looking at what you're doing. I don't care. You know what I mean? So there's no issues as far as privacy and anything else like that. So for those of you who don't like Facebook, this will be a great way to network with your fellow Scanner Radio users. For those of you on the Facebook group, you can continue to use the Facebook group. We're not taking that away. It's not going away. It's not changing. It's still going to be there. It's still going to be used in the exact same fashion. But we do invite you from time to time to come check out Scanner School Club and see what's going on over there, and cross post. There's no issues with posting something on the Facebook group, then heading over to the Scanner School Club and posting the same information there as well. Now, again, gotta keep in mind, this is a MVP layout right now, or a minimal viable product. So the platform will grow. So don't just show up on the site and go, it stinks. Yeah, you know what? everything kind of stinks when it first launches, right? So we will build upon it. We will grow it. And this is a great opportunity to get in and voice your feedback, but as I'm developing it, and let me know what it is that you like and don't like about it while I have a chance to change it or add to it or find something else that would probably fit that mold better. So if what I have set up right now for the club isn't working and there's something that would probably be better, it's better off to find out now than 100 more episodes from now. So I invite you to come by and register for scannerschool.club. So why else am I doing this? Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense to build your home on somebody else's land. For all I know, Facebook could change something tomorrow and the groups could go away, or they're not as centered as they are now, right? I mean, right now, Facebook wants you to be engaged with groups. They know that that's kind of the way to keep you on the Facebook platform. That's how that they can get their advertisers to pay more by throwing ads in front of you. So they want you to be in the groups, right? But that could change. It used to be that the pages were a great way for businesses to get in front of their audience. Now, when's the last time you've seen an update from a page? Unless that page is paying for an ad, you probably haven't seen anything recently from a Facebook page. That was a change that Facebook made. They can do the exact same thing to the groups. So again, right now, the Facebook group is under their control, whereas if we went over to the community and the Scanner School Club, again, this is now in my sandbox. This is my land. This is my house on my land, and I feel more comfortable doing things on my own property. So that's another reason why not only are we doing the Facebook group, but also now scannerschool.club. And again, this podcast has always been there for you guys. And I want to be able to give you something additional where you can talk and build the community and network and just build a community. That's what I'm trying to do here is give you guys partners in crime, I guess, when it comes to the scanner radio hobby. Okay, so now the other question is, does this compete, or is this a replacement for, or how will this work with other forums that are out there? The scannerschool.club forum and community is just built for you, the Scanner School listener. So I don't expect you to say, well, I'm already a member of Facebook, or I'm already a member of Radio Reference. That's fine. I mean, I'm not asking you to leave those groups. In fact, I'm telling you to stay there because there's enough resources there. This is just something just for the community, our own stuff, our own platform. So it might be, an extra website to log into, but I'm working on ways to make sure that if somebody posts on the Scanner School Club, that you are able to be notified of it so that you know to come and check it out and read what the messages are that are on the page as well. So it's not anything extra for you to do. It should be able to be deployed and sent to you right away. So with that, I want to remind everybody that Ask Scanner School. Take out your phone out of your pocket right now, swipe up, click on the link and ask your question right now. You can do so by going to scannerschool.com/ask. I need the questions asked by the 20th of the month to get them in to the next month's Ask Scanner School. And with that, I want to thank everybody who has downloaded the podcast, has shared the podcast, that listens to it weekly or maybe once a month, whatever it is that you do. Just thank you for being there. Thank you for the support. Thanks for letting me know that you're out there. And share the group and share the podcast, right? We're at episode 100. We are here. We're staying here. And, the machine is moving, right? We have forward momentum and we're going to keep going and we're going to expand on the podcast. We're going to make sure that we get more into YouTube this year. And we have plenty of training material that's on deck that I just need to sit down. And again, my goal is to get this podcast moving quicker and faster so that I can get it off my plate and have more time now to do the other things that you guys are asking for, such as the training materials. So you can expect that to come. Hopefully, I'm not saying the exact same thing in the next 100 episodes. So for everybody who's out there listening, everybody who supported the podcast, again, this is here for you. Let me know how I'm doing. And I want to thank you all again for 100 episodes. Let's make it to number 200. I'll catch you all again next week. 73, everyone. Bye-bye.